Hey guys, hope you're well and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a crazy long time since I sat down and filmed a video, and there's a very good reason for that. So gonna get into that in a second, but I have all my goodies out here. I've got some new stuff and some old stuff, makeup of every single kind, and I'm just gonna do a classic get ready today, chat, talk about what my big news is, and yeah, and just kind of fill you in on a little bit about what's been going on. So hair's back out of the way. I'm going to start with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Everything's in the description box. So what's the big news? What's been going on? So the kind of really big exciting news is that I am pregnant, and that is so exciting and a little bit crazy and a little bit scary all at the same time. So this is just the perfect time when I'm releasing my good news where it runs out anyway. You don't need loads anyway. So that's a big reason of why I've really not been around like the past kind of few months. I'll talk a little bit about like how I've been feeling and what's been going on, but essentially I've just had zero energy, been focusing on other things, and just, you know, for those of you that know me, you know that this is not my job, this is my hobby. So I kind of feel like I do it when I want to do it and when I feel energized and when I feel, you know, motivated. I have no monetary or, you know, career aspirations to kind of with this channel. It's purely about being creative and just doing something that I really enjoy. So therefore I've just not felt like I've had the energy, so decided to kind of not put pressure on myself and just do what I felt like doing. And I knew there would be a time when I was like, yeah, no, I'm so ready to get back into YouTube again and start filming. So now is that time. And yeah, so ready for it. So yeah, the next one is a new product that I'm using, which is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. So this has been around on the market for a long time, and I've wanted to try it for ages, and it's just come to Denmark. So in my kind of one of my local shops, you can actually buy it now. So I am the shade Fair. There is very few shades very few shades of this product, so it's one of those where it probably won't match exactly, or it definitely won't, but I think sometimes with like CC creams and tinted moisturizers, it's okay that it's not, you know, exactly matching, so that's fine. Yeah, so I'm just going to blend that in with a brush. I'm kind of in more of a brush kind of mood recently rather than my beauty blender, but kind of depends what kind of mood I'm in. So yeah, so I found out I was pregnant in June, kind of early June. You know, just really excited, couldn't wait. Daniel and I are just like beyond excited, beyond thrilled, and you know, as you kind of would expect. So, but you know, after the kind of really initial excitement, that's when all the kind of early symptoms started really kind of coming in and kind of rearing their ugly head. Because I guess overall I feel like I've been incredibly lucky. I really so far have not felt haven't felt hugely unwell or sick or nauseous or anything. So especially in those kind of first few months, I know a lot of women feel just absolutely dreadful, and you know, I certainly didn't feel my best, and I think the tiredness and the exhaustion was the biggest thing that I really had to get used to, and made sure that I kind of listened to my body and take loads of naps. I was the nap queen for several months, and I guess that was one of the big reasons why I wasn't doing anything on YouTube or kind of filming or doing any kind of makeup stuff. We were still in lockdown a little bit as well, so that was kind of that as well, but mainly like by the time I finished work for the week, I was just completely dead, completely exhausted. My job can be a bit full on sometimes, so I kind of, you know, had to make sure I was kind of still doing that in the best way that I could. But you know, then when the weekends came, it was just like, I just felt absolutely ruined. Daniel says he's never ever seen me nap so much, which is just crazy. So just touching on what concealer I am using. So it's the Hourglass Vanish concealer, I think is what I've gone for. I think that's the name of it. I think it's probably a little bit too yellow for me, actually, kind of seeing it, but this is one the kind of thing when you're buying makeup in Corona, when you can't really test things properly, it's sometimes a bit difficult to get the actual shade, but you know, oh well, we live and learn. But all in all, I think I've used this concealer quite a bit over the past few months, and it's really nice. It gives a really nice coverage, but it's not too heavy, it's not too cakey, which I think is super nice. So while I'm just finishing off the rest of my makeup, I'm actually going to put on just a little bit of lip balm. Dry skin overload literally everywhere, so any kind of lip balm I'm kind of devouring at the moment. So this is the LANEIGE Lip Glowy Balm in Grapefruit. So I bought their lip sleeping mask ages ago, and I wear it every single night, and oh god, it smells so good. Just kind of sweet, and like, it smells like sweets. And then I have gone off a little bit the kind of loose powder, so I wanted to try one. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Setting Powder. So I'm just going to try this one. I've been using it only just for a few days, just to try and set my makeup and set my concealer really, rather than go kind of full on with the kind of loose setting powder. So next I'm going to do my brows, and I'm going to stick to an old favourite, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wizz in dark brown, and then also a new one which is also Milk makeup, which is the Kush Fibre Brow Gel, which is just really nice. Rather than having just kind of full on with the pencil, I kind of use a little bit of a mix of both now, which I think gives it a little bit of a more natural look. So just I've gone in with the pencil already, because that's boring, you guys don't need to see that, and then just going in with the fibre gel. So just trying to think of like what else like people have asked me generally. So yeah, so like I think I maybe said, I'm 17 weeks, so in my second trimester, which apparently is the kind of the best time being pregnant. That's what a lot of people say. The baby is due on the 6th of February. So I guess, you know, obviously we're super excited and wouldn't change anything for the world, and my pregnancy so far has gone like really smooth, which is really nice. I know that doesn't happen for everybody, so I do feel very lucky, but you know, during kind of today's kind of Corona world, it does mean that I am personally making the choice not to travel. I know that everyone has their own level of comfort and what they're comfortable with, but I am choosing not to travel. Which means that I can't go home, I can't go back to the UK, and you know, it will have been a long time. So I'm kind of luckily got an amazing support network here in Denmark with friends and Daniel's family, which is fantastic. But you know, it does make it hard when you can't see your own family. But you know, it's just, I've kind of accepted it now, and it, you know, it is what it is, and you just got to kind of roll with it. You know, they'll see me soon, and I'll see them soon, and you know, I think a lot of people are in worse straits. We have jobs, we have a house, we are expecting something amazing, so just having a delay in seeing people is not the end of the world, but sometimes it's a bit tough, and I think Christmas time might be a bit difficult. I think I might be extra hormonal that time as well, but you know, we've just got to kind of roll with it and accept it. So next, gonna do a little bit of bronzing, and I'm using my Die Hard Chanel, almost dropped it twice today, and this is the kind of bronzing makeup base. What's it called? Soleil Tan de Chanel, and it's basically a cream bronzer. You can see how much of it I've actually used. I use this loads on holiday, and kind of what I do is I just go in with a brush and kind of give it a good swirl, and then just kind of almost use it like a contour, but kind of use it to frame my face, to really kind of bronze up the face, and kind of, I'm just kind of dabbing it in. I've had this for 2 years, maybe more, and kind of used it to death, and still got loads and loads in there. So yes, it's an expensive product, yes, it's Chanel, but at the end of the day, for me, it's completely worth it. And I know for sure that when I run out of this, then I'm gonna be going out and buying another one. And you know, because it's cream, I do think that cream products generally, not with everything, but tend to last a lot longer than powder as well. So that cream bronzer has gone all on, and I'm just looking for my next brush. I'm going to put on then just a little bit of kind of powder bronzer just to kind of make sure that it's blended. I did just kind of blend that in with the beauty blender a little bit, but just going to add a little bit more just because it is summer and I do want a bit of a bronze look today. So I'm taking a really big, clearly that needs a clean. Taking a really big brush and just kind of dunking that into my bronzer, getting not too much, but a bit of a light layer, and then just kind of going over. Oh, this butter bronzer, I got it in the States, you can't get it here. I got it in the States ages ago, and it just smells like coconuts and just makes you smell so nice. It's like summer in a powder. Right, so gonna move on to eyes a little bit, and I think my hair feels a bit flat, so I've just gone to grab the IGK Direct Flight Multitasking Matcha Dry Shampoo. This is an expensive dry shampoo. I know you can get Batiste and loads of other kind of drugstore brands, but what I really like about this one is that not only is it a really good dry shampoo, and you can get different kind of levels of texture as well, but there's absolutely no white cast at all, and because I have dark hair, that's definitely a plus for me. So just giving that a little bit of a spruce. I'm going to do my eyes now, and I'm going to use the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Palette Volume 1. One of the best eyeshadow palettes I've ever bought, so highly recommend it. I can't remember if I've talked about it on here or not, but I did order it, you know, like November time, but it comes with a giant big mirror. You can kind of see my setup and mirrors there, and then these are all the colours that come with it. So it's just such a beautiful palette. I can make so many different looks, kind of a light look or a smoky eye look or whatever it is that I fancy. So I don't know what I'm going to go with today. I haven't quite decided yet. So will we find out the sex of the baby? Yes, 100%. Really funnily, I always thought that before I got pregnant and kind of when I was thinking about it, that I'd be like, no, I definitely want it to be a surprise. You know, it's one of life's biggest and best surprises. And I do still feel like that. But then as soon as it came to me in my turn, I was like, oh, actually no, I'm dying. I'm absolutely dying to find out. There's no way I could wait until the end to wait and find out what we're having. And Daniel is not so keen on surprises. He definitely likes to know what's kind of coming ahead of him. And to be fair, I'm definitely in that zone as well. So we were really agreed on that, which is really, really good. I'm just using the shade Aura, which is a really nice kind of cream colored base, just to kind of even out the shadow first. I did know somebody, like someone that I worked with years and years ago, who his wife was pregnant and he wanted to know what they were having and she didn't, or one way or the other, but basically I think he knew what they were having but she didn't know what they were having. And I was just like, how on earth does that work? Like, surely even if you didn't mean to, you would just slip up and say the wrong thing. So I have no idea how they manage that, but no, we're very much on the same page and definitely want to find out what we're having, which we will find out in a few weeks time, which is very excited. I don't think it'll really affect kind of what I want to buy. I'm kind of really into the whole gender neutral thing, colorful things, but like I'm really liking kind of yellows and greens. I think they're just really different for a baby, which I think is really nice. Just going into Soothe now, which is the kind of camel shade, and just using that as a transition shade. I'm gonna actually be a bit brave today and I'm gonna go for some of the orange color. It's not one of the ones that I usually dip into in this palette, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. And for those that haven't used these before, so basically there's kind of sets and rows of colors, but then there's different kind of finishes then on kind of this way. So they've kind of got matte, kind of metallic, and kind of really awesome glitters, which I haven't been using, but maybe because I've not really been going out and doing anything. But this one here it looks like the matte, and it's kind of really hard to kind of pick out on camera, but all I can say, and it's called a sequin shade, and it's like sparkle. It is glitter probably, but no, it's really quite subtle, and it's probably one of those that's going to be really hard to see on camera, but if you catch it in the right light and you're stood in front of someone, that you can just see this kind of speckles, and it's just like everyday glitter, and I am living for it. So I'm going to try the Story shade, which is the orange. in this kind of glitter, and I think that with the, not glitter, sequin, and rather than kind of rub it in and blend it, I'm almost going to kind of pat it in to try not to kind of disturb too much of the sequin really. And it kind of looks really orange, and you can see that on the lid there, but I think it kind of looks kind of earthy and autumny, which I am all for these days. So I'm just adding a little bit of the dark brown, which is Ritual, just into the kind of corner crease, just to kind of give it a little bit of depth and kind of smoke it out a little bit. I think I've probably gone a bit too heavy, but hey ho, you can dress up for the inside, that's okay, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but I guess my kind of content I kind of see is just going to be, like I said, this is not my job. So it's just kind of, I want it to kind of reflect just kind of what's going on with me. So I probably will do quite a bit of kind of pregnancy content and stuff, but more focused on kind of me and how I'm feeling and how I'm managing it. But if there's any kind of thoughts, requests, what you'd like to see, what's kind of fun, then I'd definitely be super up for hearing that. So I'm using the kind of metallic shade now, right in the middle of the lid, which is the kind of orangey one, which I think is looking really quite nice actually. So I just finished off my eyes, popped on some mascara and just kind of finished that all off. And now I'm going to move on to final steps, so onto lips. So I picked this out before I started doing my eyes, and I realised now that it might not match, but we're gonna do it anyway. So I think this might have been limited edition and potentially not available anymore, so really sorry about that. But as soon as I saw this online, I ordered one for me and one for my friend who is also a big Barbie fan. But this is a collaboration that MAC did with Barbie, and it's in the kind of classic kind of MAC lipstick bullet, but it's in kind of a Barbie pink, but not a hot pink, but more of a, you know, a wearable pink, which is really, really nice. So if I just do a little bit on here, you can kind of see what it looks like. So yes, it is quite pink, but I think it's a really, really nice color. It's a little bit matte. It's definitely a matte lipstick. So I've still got on a little bit of the lip gloss that I had on earlier. And sometimes I find that it's actually easier to kind of put on a matte shade when you've just got a little bit of lip gloss or kind of lip balm on, sorry, not lip gloss, a lip balm or something on already. Cool, so makeup's done, chat's done. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for listening. And I hope that you guys will come back and see again the kind of fun, hopefully fun content that I'm gonna do. Some baby stuff, some pregnancy stuff, some makeup stuff. Who knows, gotta plan it all out first. But thank you so much for coming. And if you would like to see more, then please subscribe, or you can follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks very much. See you later.